Well, I stay in Res, right? So I feel as though it's something that's really swept under the carpet a lot. It's something that they try to say that they're doing something, and on certain aspects they are doing something. Right? It's not like they're not doing anything, but I don't feel they're doing as much as they could to be resolving issues of race around campus and taking away prejudices that exist.
I feel like it's a very vague question, but it's very, very evident. You come here as a girl from the hood, and it's so evident the inequality that is a result of our racial histories, because you get here and someone my age, it's normal for them to have a car or, I don't know, have some other things that I feel like I need to work for. So you feel it's unfair that black people in general have to work 5 times as hard to achieve the same thing as a white person would. I feel like they depend on artists like us, especially in spaces like these, to deliver the message across, because it's not enough is being done in our syllabus, not enough is being done in our little modules, because that's an issue that could literally fit into anything, economics, anything. It can fit into under any department, but clearly enough is not being done about it in the system in general. So people like us that are here on the ground, we are the only hope.
Well, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
So my stance is that I don't agree with it, personally. That's what they want to do. But I'm on the same stance that I can't judge them. Because as much as I think it's wrong, it's not my position to go and judge it. I can just inform them, this is my position, and that's your position. I'm willing to regard you for what you believe as much as you regard me for what I believe. And if you get judged for it, then you get judged for it, but it won't be by me. It has to be by the person who I believe in. So since I believe in God, that's what I'm going to think is going to judge you, but I'm not going to be the one to go and judge you. No. Okay, I can't just say no, I'm going to back it up, right? So my reasoning for it not being distributed evenly is because the university puts a lot of rules into place, and they put a lot of rules on students, and they expect residence heads and RCs and SRC members to then enforce these rules. But they don't create discussions about what's the purpose of the rule, why does the rule exist, and how the rule can be implemented not to create prejudices that already exist within reses and to include people who are from off campus. So the power, it's like they hold the power, the main people in charge, like the rectors and the deans, and they provide leadership structures, but they don't really give leadership structures the opportunity to use the power then within the spaces that they're in. They just be like, here's our rules, use our rules in your space.
I think it's not fairly distributed, honestly, power. Now, it's so unfairly distributed because, I mean, if you can have English as a medium of instruction, and you're also going to have Afrikaans, like what's the exception? If Afrikaans can be there, then so can Sotho, so can Tswana. For as long as people don't see anything wrong with Afrikaans being the only other language of instruction, then we have a problem. And that means a lot of people aren't aware of the inequality that exists within their own space.
Okay, I've only been here for a year. So from what I've seen, it's more on reses that they're working, but they're not working on the actual practicality. They're working on the ideology, if it makes sense. Like they're like, okay, your name is Verwoerd, we have to change it. Let's change it to Armandum. Or your name is JBM Herzog, we have to change it. But then they're just changing the name. They're not actually changing, how do I say this? They're not actually changing the effects of it. They're not trying to create a system where they're decolonizing or they're taking away certain things that were brought in by a previous government or by the previous leadership of the university, and they're just leaving them in place. And like I said earlier, they sweep things under the carpet. So they say this is our process moving forward and we're gonna get there because it's a process, but they're not showing any immediate forms of substantial change. They're just taking certain things and be like, this is a huge change. We've gone from JBMF to Bayes Nadia, and all of a sudden that's a huge change. But it's just the change of a name. It doesn't mean the ideologies of the res itself.